And welcome back to video number 5 in our little series, where we take a, empty map and make it into something useful. We are nearing completion. So far we've done most of the aesthetics, and right now we're going to dive deeply into settings. Because settings can be fun, and they are a critical element. Now our map can be reshaped, improved, probably worked on for hours on an end, getting all the details just right. But in the first video, I promised that this will go fast, and that we wouldn't focus on things like that. We're not creating a perfect thing here, we're creating something that works. So, let's start looking into the next big thing. And right now, we're gonna work with descriptions, and also starting resources and map settings. And where do we find those? Right here. Map settings under Windows. So let's check it out. Of course, it might need a name. Map. It really rolls off the tongue. Now a description is always good to add. We should possibly write my first map. A small 1v1 trial version. It's good, and it helps others when you load it up to mod.io to sort of tell the difference between the different ones. Now, the time of day. This changes sort of the atmosphere of the map. We can also add rain, wind, and thunder to really change the scene a bit. We can add some rain, a little bit of wind, bunch of thunder. Now, map hostiles growth rate. We'll add this one to normal. This can, of course, change a lot in your game. You can do none, slow, fast, or bountiful. This will make your map a bit trickier if you increase it. Music is, of course, default. You can do different themes. Try them out a bit. I'm going with default. Or, happy. Why not? There's also a bunch of these. Make sure checkboxes before you post your map, because some of these things can be important. Map tags, there's a bunch of them. Story, solo, co-op. This one is absolutely PvP. Or it should. It's not story, it's not a solo map, it's not co-op, it's not a challenge. So it's either uncategorized or small PvP. And we're also going to check on win conditions. Now this is important. Now, in a little map like this, King of a Hill is the common one. And make sure this box is checked. Because if we're sitting in this position, well, you can't win unless you have a special trigger. And we're not going to talk about triggers just yet. So let's do King of a Hill. We can even add a custom little text. Last one standing. Perfect. There's lose conditions, of course, but win conditions are the ones who are most important in this case. Let's go over resources. Map settings, what you get from the start. Limitations, ban buildings, and right now we don't want to ban any buildings, but you can, and it's all in the details. Now, in a map, in a simple way as we're building this one, anything below resources is manageable. You could give them starting gold, for instance. 2,500 extra. That's nice of us. Now, because we added stone and wood so close to the base, I don't feel we need to give them anything more. And I want them to fight in the mill grounds to get that ancient amber, glimmerweave, and celestial ore. So let's look over the lose conditions just a little bit. Now, this is default by nature. That's fine, but we're gonna look through the options just a little bit. No wheeler town or settlement, round limit, trigger, and wheelers can't die. If you create a special map, this can be interesting and can vary from player to player. You might want to throw in a special little nation that right there in the middle that has special conditions. Good, if that's what you're going with. All these options help create a diverse and unique map. But that's not what we're creating right now. We're creating a simple 1v1 skirmish. And looking at that objective, all our settings are done. So let's confirm, save our game, and we'll move on to the last video, sharing your level. We talk a bit more about saving your game. We're going to show you where it's at, located on your disk. We're going to help you upload it on mod.io and also show you where to find it after we've uploaded it. I hope you're proud of your work so far, and I'll see you in a bit.